clearly the Legends category from that pretty crappy one. Clearly, that interested in the this team trying to this second win, let alone 3 or 4. So don't worry, we're not actually playing this. But as I said that about 2 minutes ago, the game booted us again. Which is all we're doing. We're just starting the game. And we're quitting. Little cheese, I suppose. Take the take the face-off stat in case that counts for anything. I don't think it does though. Maybe we should have taken a shot on goal just to pad that stat a little bit, because that milestone has clearly not been finished yet either. So those are the rewards. I think claim rewards just means we just claim them and then it just goes to the unopened packs. It should. I don't want to open it right now. Cool. Alright, new draft. So yeah, that was the Legends, and we've also done Snipe Show. Granted, those weren't part of this broadcast, which could go for like 12 hours, I suppose, until we get this thing completed. But I got the 8-hour countdown, the free pack, whatever the hell, coming in 2 hours. So that's kind of my cutoff right now. I'll set an alarm if I need to. So this one's going to be either Grizzled Veterans or Speedsters. I don't know if I've done both of these. I'm pretty sure I've done Grizzled Veterans just because that was early on and I hadn't experienced OV on any of my teams, so I wanted to do that, which is like, it's kind of why I did Legends as well, to try to see if I could do like they say there, like, the Gretzky and Lemieux that are not the 85 overall cover cards, and then kind of the same thing in Snipe Show, although I wasn't specifically looking for those 3 players. I had just seen from others and then from doing it myself as well that you just tend to get a ton of really solid players. As far as you'll see over time, because we're going to do enough of these and there is some randomness to it, and yes, obviously there's more cards that exist in the game now than there were when this first released, and so those cards are now available through Draft Champions. One of the things that I'll be trying to remind myself about, because I always tend to forget this, is whether those cards have to be currently available. So like the Team of the Week cards and the alumni that are not Legends, are they only the ones that are currently out there? Like, so they would have to be right now, they'd have to be the Rangers alumni and the Team of the Week number 6. Both of which changing in the next couple days. And then like, would that mean like you can get? I think I got a Halloween card in one of these. I don't remember for sure though. But assuming you can do that, I would also then kind of assume that you can maybe get like one Halloween card, but you're probably not going to be able to get like an Evo card. And then just quite frankly, based on how Evos work, without getting too much off the rails on that particular topic, that getting an Evo right now is basically exactly the same for the most part as either getting their base if they haven't gotten an upgrade, or getting any of the upgrades that they've gotten, whether it's one or more. It's the same card. So if it's a Evo player, like just using John Tavares as an example, who's seen the upgrade and his Evo card has been upgraded, and then you get his base card, then sure, you would have preferred the +2, and therefore the Evo would have been better than the base. But at the same time, you could just get the upgrade card, and it's exactly the same currently. One has the ability to potentially upgrade further, the other one doesn't. But for purposes of this, the draft champions, drafting them literally right this second, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. It'd be cool to see an Evo player in here. And then, like, I literally just did Legends. I just showed that, and then I totally just forgot who was in there. But I'm pretty sure that that was more like able to pull a couple of alumni that are whatever, but like I don't think it was actual like what I would consider to be legend cards, like the alumni cards that are able to be upgraded to legends. And who knows, if they're going to release just straight legend cards at some point. The way that they have these kind of random alumni that aren't part of the legend upgrade process, that can be anywhere from, I don't know if I've seen it. If they've been as low as 80, they've probably been as low as 80. And certainly they absolutely been as high as 90. I don't recall if I've seen higher than 90. And the first 90 I can think of off the top of my head would be like Grant Fuhrer, but also he was just on the team. I think that I just showed, right, was the Messier card that's out right now, and that's a 90 overall. And he's very clearly not a goalie. So they're not just goalies that are getting 90 in that type of arena, the alumni that are not upgrading. But yeah, but they're still not exactly the same as the legends that are almost all. Well, that's not true. I was gonna say they're almost all above 90, but that's very not true. There's a handful that are 88, a handful that are 89, some that are 90, then it goes up from there until you get to legend of Gretzky and Mario Lemieux, and those are 99, and that's kind of it for now. So anyway, back to the point, if we could. In live broadcasts, we picked a draft of Snipe Show, picked a draft of Legends. Now, because of various stuff going on, they both kind of got cut off. And as I said, I don't think I'm just going to go like a full, whatever it would take, like 12 hours to get the milestone completed here and rip through as many of these drafts as I can. But I will still try to keep it, as many of these 4 options as we can do, and so for me that means I got to pick now between grizzled veterans and speedsters, and I have to imagine I would have done speedsters at some point, just because look at those names: McDavid, Hall, McKinnon, all phenomenal. But I don't recall doing that, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and do a speedsters draft now. See what we could possibly get out of this. Those are your base cards we're starting with. Okay. Jeez. hit me with the good stuff right off the bat. Wow, that's just. I mean, it's a chance that this is going to be like you're going to get 2 good rounds, and that this is one of the 2. But god damn, man. So I mean, it's 3 base cards and an upgrade with the team of the week, and that Nate McKinnon is currently part of Team of the Week number 6, so that doesn't completely answer that question yet. I mean, it does verify that you cannot get upgrades, but I already knew that part, and it verifies that Team of the Week is part of that, but I already knew that part. So unless we get a Team of the Week player who's not part of number 6 and is part of the past one, that would be what we're looking to verify. And now I like all of these players, all these base players. I've had them all. Well, I actually just got Malkin recently, honestly. But Taylor Hall, Phil Kessel, been on the squad for a long time. I don't have the Kessel upgrade, I don't think, for some reason. But I've had all 3 versions of Hall, including the Evo. Just really enjoyed having the Evo Hall on the team. But going with this new format channel and all hut Hall Hut game, can't talk. Wow, should have prepped for this better. In all versions of Hut, I have to play with only untradeable cards, and unfortunately the Evo, as is basically all Evos except for maybe the ones that you might have pulled directly from packs, which is not how I got my Evo Hall. I got my Evo Hall from the Evo Choice Pack, choosing it from the 4 out of 6 that I was offered, and I could have taken McKinnon in that pack. I could have taken Subban, and I could have taken wait, no, I could not have taken Subban. I could have taken Kuznetsov, McKinnon, or wait, no, hold on. I'm getting this all twisted. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Point is, I could have taken, maybe should have, I don't know, whatever. I took Hall, and greatly enjoyed having his card on the squad, but it was an untradeable card, and so he had to go. Because why would I hold on to something that I can't use? But here I can play with the base card, which I also have, and have in an untradeable format. So he is available on the team again, I believe. And same with these other two, Kessel and Malkin. And I don't have that card. I don't have the Team of the Week McKinnon card. So part of me just kind of wants to go with that. I know that he's basically just terrible face-offs. And I haven't paid as much attention to the Malkin base card for face-offs either, because I mean it's really just the one difference in overall, and a lot of that overall for Nate is coming from the increase in skate, which tends to be acceleration and speed. So you're actually losing a little bit in shot, as well as checking, and then his defense, for whatever reason, is a little bit higher than the Malkin's. So I mean, it really would just come down to whether I feel like I'd rather gamble on taking a lower rated left or right winger if I don't feel like those are going to get boosted up. Because in terms of the centers, I feel like just to be able to see, what the card plays like, you kind of got to go with the Team of the Week McKinnon, not just because he's the best overall. So here we're looking at one left defenseman who happens to also be the highest overall, all the same skate, and significant differences on the defense stats, as well as checking. So I mean, this is just a much better card. Also happens to be okay. So sorry, that probably was right on the mic. I have a hard time seeing, so I'm already close, but these things are like a fucking eye test to me. So he's a two-way, and Honk is a two-way as well on the right. And the other two are offensive defensemen. So anyway, it comes down more to like, okay, you got one on the left and 3 on the right, and just go there. I don't really know what to expect from Speedster in terms of left and defense, left and right on defense. I don't think I'm just gonna make sure in terms of what positions. Okay, so center, right, and right. So, it's Carlson. Like, the only reason why I would not go. Okay, same thing here. It's always Line A. It's always Line A. So that's sweet. I mean, he's one of the 3 names listed. Well, now I have 2 of the 3 names listed that they list on this thing for who you'd want on your squad, if I think right. That's just so crazy because you already have Carlson that you got an 83, and you'd be in your second spot, whereas these 78s and 79s are, I guess, also technically in the second spot on the left, but. We're just gonna go with that, and yeah. I know it feels like I'm just only choosing the highest overall, and I am gonna do a couple of those where I always choose the highest overall, and then where I always choose the lowest overall. But I am actually trying to do this with like a normal level of strategy, and it's not gonna seem like that in this case because I'm choosing one of the 2 72s as opposed to a 71, but this is a center that's got a better shot, and better checking, but I got to fill in on the left wing, push that fourth line a little bit further, increase a little bit, so we could get our second center, second right wing, third right defenseman at 81. So this would be a stacked right side defense, or finally our first left wing gold. So we're gonna go ahead and go with Maxi, which is funny because I've done at least one of these drafts where I specifically said that I was apologizing to Maxi because he was part of a choice where it was like the other three I had to go with. This is crazy. I mean, it'd be much crazier, obviously, if those were legends and like an Evo Panarin or something. But so that, I mean, it makes it interesting, you know, that choice that I just made with Max, because that's essentially three left wingers that are +1 or +2 higher, or a center who is considerably better, even on a base card, in faceoffs than Nate, but slower and about equal on other categories. And so I kind of feel like maybe I'm taking a chance of not taking a higher rated left winger, but as much as I like the other players and really like Breadman, I gotta go with Larionov. Got to do it. I mean, because the other two centers are not that great so far, so you know, who knows what's going to come up. So now we got a second right winger or a second left winger, or a first by not much left side defenseman. That's tough because I kind of feel like one of these choices would be pretty decent. In real gameplay, Arvidsson makes it into my squad more often than Tavo does, just because of synergies. And then I guess also just because he's on the right and whatever. And so the fact that both of these players are basically more speed than shot, it's just kind of the way I tend to play, especially on these sort of levels where they're really easy games to win. Put that speed out on the right, put the shot out on the left. It's a natural way for me to play. So whatever. So in that sense, it seems like I kind of would have to go with Arvidsson, but I don't think I'm going to. I think we've already got some really solid right defensemen and could have done a third one. And so that's making me feel like 9 out of 12 goalie coming up soon. And then one other really good pick to go with. We don't have good backups on either of the wingers right now, but got a great right winger and a decent left winger. And who knows if we're going to get another defenseman. Now that I've said all that, honestly, I want to go with Tervainen. But I said I was going to do Yandel, so let's go ahead and do that. So now we pretty much want wingers. Ah, god damn it. That sucks. It really does. I just really don't enjoy Silverberg, but gotta do it. And he is quick. It's an 89 skate, but he's actually really fast. I don't know why that went down there. It looked like it said 81. I mean, I guess yeah, it makes sense. This is overall, but he's an 89 skate, and it's actually like it's 91 and 92 acceleration and speed. So he's quick. So here's our goalies. This is with all the special cards that have come out. I mean, my experience has been thus far that the type of the 4 types that you're going with doesn't have much of an impact on this round, which is always goalies, and they're always good. And it's like, okay, am I really talking shit about these 4 guys? You know, historically, some of the best all time, but it's, you can do better. I mean, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with math, but as opposed to Louis or even Ranta. But it's 83 overall. You could do better. You could. Last choice, Legends. Can you give me a winger? Left side, please. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, Matt. You are not making the squad. Geez. Okay. Well. Yeah. I mean, I did ask for a left winger. I think that Ovi does kind of qualify for that. I feel like we just had Ovi base card in the in one of the other ones, which I would have thought would have been like the grizzled veterans. So this would be more for you guys, like to see if if you haven't seen either of these players play. It'd be putting Ovi on, unless I change it once I pick them. It'd be putting Ovi on the front line on the left, or Crosby on the second center spot, making it so that the center that I chose to be able to win some faceoffs for me would be on the third line, which is a bit silly, but then you'd have 287 overall centers, which is solid. But again, I think this is going to be another situation where doing enough of these and having enough chances where we've seen base Ovi, we've seen base Crosby, we've seen a game of them playing, get a sense from even in the hands of the opposite of a master craftsman, an absolutely fucking horrendously terrible player such as myself, what they're capable of. Even though I feel like everyone has those two cards at this point, or have had them and maybe has gotten rid of them already. So just when you go Ovi, we're gonna have golds across the board. It's pretty solid. This could be an 80 overall squad. Could be. I mean, it appears to be, even though the back end is not fantastic, but we don't really end with anything lower than 66. But having 68 on the third line on both the right and the center is not great, but I think it kind of makes up for it with how good the other ones are. And then, yeah, sure, left defense, despite being gold, it's only 79 with a 69 backup. So I don't know. It's not like they really screwed us on the base cards that it started with. And you can see, out of the 12 choices that we had, 12 rounds of choices, basically we went with 10 10 position wait, what? That is it. Yeah, it was 12. Oh yeah, I sorry, I must have chosen that 72 left winger Koivitsu. I don't even remember doing that now because I haven't gone through this whole thing. Right, that'd be the only one of those that I would have chosen. It makes sense. So yeah, 11 out of the 12 rounds gold, and so it gets us two golds in each plus the goalie. You only get to, and every time I've done this, I've only gotten one goalie, which I'm okay with because I almost never sub my goalie. So let's finish. Let's see if we get an 80 overall. I think it is. It's gonna be 80. Might even be 81, but I don't think so. Yeah, 80. Defense is low. It's kind of surprising. That's just kind of what happens when you got those the blue line being as low as it is. Had a shot at having defense at 80, and again, goalie. The only way you're really ever going to get that goalie higher is getting better than 83, because your base is always going to be about that low on the sub. So it's an 80 overall. I mean, just look at that, man. If somebody gave that to you as an option to play with, almost in any format, even though this is kind of like a side game format, McKinnon, Ovi, and Carlson, and that's not even the whole team. There's other good players on this team besides those three. If they gave that to you and day one of this fucking game, you absolutely would do it. So now let's click on edit line just so you can see. We're gonna have Ovi in line A with McKinnon. And then we're going to have Max and Silverberg with Larionov, and then dropping off, obviously, from there. It's, you know, Yandel on the left with Carlson, and then Edler with Klingberg, and then dropping off. So, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense with the rating that we got for defense, because it really is basically Carlson and Klingberg, and it's not as though Yandel's terrible or anything like that, and Edler's not even really that bad either. And then you know, they just kind of give you a head coach. I don't know if it's always Fiddler. I have to remember that now, because I don't think it has been. I think we've gotten like Brad Rome and other guys like that, and then obviously Mark Andres. Let's continue to the game now that we are almost a half an hour in. Unfortunately, these games do take a little bit of time. The first couple times we play, especially with new players, we got the Kings this time. Last time it was the Hawks. The time before that was the Sabres, I think. Works the same way every time, though, basically, even though it doesn't really indicate it, just from having played this enough times already. I kind of get a sense for it. It feels like the first round you're essentially playing like a rookie level game against you know, a team that isn't super boosted. I don't know if that doesn't seem like those are the base stats for the Kings or any of the other teams we've faced in the right.
The face-off man for the Oilers. Kopitar's ready to draw for the Kings.
I was wondering that. I was about to say, like, am I actually going to be able to have McKinnon beat Kopitar on the face-off? Because that's not usually going to happen. Just in the sense that the AI is going to get.
Terrific poke check. He can start some danger here.
There you go. Get to see Ovi's tag there. Just we didn't already know. So, as I said, the first couple times we'll kind of show that, let that play out. So then you see the cards. I don't feel like I need to show the rest of the graphics though, so we cruise through. Try to finish the game as relatively quickly as we can. See if we can win a face-off ever with McKinnon. He's so. They count that as offside, huh? Well, I didn't see how that was offside, but okay.
Just under 3 minutes have passed.
All right, now we got Larionov against Kopitar. This is gonna be interesting. Tried to focus on that one. It's a much better shot, even with the base Larionov. Not even his legend card. Ooh, what's going on there, Whipper? Pick it up, buddy. Wow. Who is that? I wasn't paying attention to who else is on this line. I can't see, it's so small. But whoever it is, they apparently don't like. They don't like opportunities with. Did you even bother to block it? Are you one of these guys that pick the fuck up?
Fires, save there.
Oh, come on.
Good work by Pacioretty. Didn't handle
Oh,
it very well.
that's Maxey. That's what it is. I'm not used to him. I can't recall the last time I had him on the squad in any format. Ah.
Shoots one.
Whoa. No.
Edmonton's got it in mid-ice. Fires. Wonderful
I
save
thought
with
that was
the
going to work on the bank off of the goalie. But nope.
Smart recovery by Martinez.
That was a smart recovery. And they would have effectively gotten an odd man rush if we weren't on rookie level. They were actually going where they should have. So passes into there. They got so many guys playing. Jeez. Better find another way here. Oh, I mean, like, that's got to work. You gotta stay in your lane, bud.
Use that stick like a magic wand. He created a screen, but he blocked the shot. Gathered up again by Carter.
Okay, I did. That seems like a mistake now. I did let that go, just to avoid any potential kind of offside shenanigans going on there. But now all of a sudden we're trying to defend. Oh, geez. Okay. Let's take the face off there. A little too much action for me in a 1-goal game. Not that I don't, trust Mafi back there, but
Good face-off win.
see, now I was talking and I wasn't
Ripper from the point.
completely. I did try to
Holding
pass that
whistle.
off. I don't know if you could hear it. The click, the click, the click. Okay, so we're on to our fourth line at this point. So these are all
They took that draw and won.
basically bronze players.
Chip
So you just kind of
to
have to
Lewis.
hold this, hold their position and not,
Shot.
whoa,
Pad flashed out to turn
not
that
give up the
aside.
easy ones.
Edmonton's in possession.
And you're
as
not
they
gonna
move up
have
the
a
wing.
skilled shot goal on offense.
And
So
it's out.
what you gotta do, get pucks to the net, see if you can get a greasy goal. Back to the first line.
Nice face-off win. Good save.
That
It's
was
gonna
weird.
have to be something tougher than that to score.
We can win. I don't know who we were up against. I should have paid attention to who's on the other side. Oh, we're going up against the fourth line. Okay, that makes more sense. But not really sure why they went to line A for the attempted.
The Oilers
Here we
win
go.
that face-off.
There.
Got his pad on
Oh,
that
they
one.
got to it.
And on top of that, another great
Jeez,
stop.
they're all over this. Cool.
Steps between the
What?
circles.
Oh.
Point blank save.
You talk about
Wow.
cutting down the angle, perfectly executed by the goaltender.
Eddie. I don't have commentary volume up that loud for me to hear. I can press volume up on my TV to hear you better, but
They win the
I'll be
draw
talking
one
crap
net.
about me and my
The lane
attempts
was
and
jammed, and it
saying
hit
great things about
somebody.
the other team.
Skill play by
Whoa.
Clifford. And he dumps it in. Terrific determination by Roy. Pitching it to Ovechkin.
Yep,
Looks
not what I
ahead
did,
to
that's
start
cool.
something. Drives it off the mark.
What a wasted opportunity. Pounds this shot, but it's well
What
wide
the
of the goal.
fuck?
Fanuff's got to shovel it out of there. Wonderful work done near the blue line.
Nope.
Dogged determination
Nope.
there by Clifford.
Nope.
It's done.
Hold on. I'm having trouble hearing this. I don't know what's going on here.
Dumped in.
Wow, no, that
Nice
is
work by
way
Andor.
too loud. Now
Brings it
on
in for an attack.
an attack.
Looks over his
Cool. I
options
just
from
didn't
the
run into the
corner.
wall. That's cool. Did it open anything up for me?
Holds in the
Nope,
corner.
of course not.
Puck gathered in behind the net.
Oh my god! How much more open you want me to be?
Open ice hitting is not dead.
You see a hit in that area of the ice, it gets everybody's attention.
20 minutes have come and gone. A rest for the
Really feel like
players
I
as
should have
we
scored on the end
prepare
there.
for period number 2. Edmonton's connected once, and that's the only goal.
10-4, 2-0. Even on TO8. Killing me on passing. Kind of to be expected. Even on faceoff 1. Thank you, Larry Nana, for correcting that for me. Nothing else. No special teams yet. Probably best to stay that way for now. 'Cause I did not adjust the special teams auto selections that they did.
Our
I
game
don't
is in
feel
the middle
like-
period, and it's underway right now.
It's like, feel free to just lose every face-off against
Snapping a pass to Iafallo.
non-fourth line players.
Gets across, looks over his options.
Sometimes I slightly don't pay as
On
much
to
attention.
Kopitar.
Am I really playing defense in the middle with Ovi?
Nails it.
Interesting
Puck
choice, I guess.
ricocheted off the screen.
That passed like great.
Puck
Passed
is
like 3
thrown to
times and
Iafallo.
didn't do it until it was right in front of me, and then they opted to throw it past him to the
Smart
defender.
recovery by Carlson. The Oilers are driving
But
it
yeah,
from
I'm basically
the wing.
just
Shoots one. That puck was obstructed by a screen.
in trying to
Great save.
talk and give my own kind of version of commentary of the game of like what I'm feeling
And
versus
possession
what
has changed.
what's actually happening out there.
Brilliant move on that pass.
I'm not necessarily like playing my best, but
Through the
these
corner
are
now.
shit.
Routine save.
That's fine. Go, come on.
Pass comes to him from the crease.
These are relatively easy games to win.
Carries it
and
on in from center.
Not the worst
Made
thing in the
save.
world if I lose,
Passing
because
one off
I'm
now
only
to
really going
Defoe.
for the 1 win. So it's more just the taking the time. What the hell?
Nice play with the stick.
Just
Nothing
taking the
more will
time
come.
and then having that come away without the win and the rewards
Great
from that.
dribbling. Laying it off the post.
Another goal would go a long way to being able to take the foot off the pedal a little bit here, but the game stays close as this puck doesn't go in.
Got it at the point.
Train of thought there because I started to. I think I was talking about how I wasn't really paying that much attention to the actual game,
To the corner.
and then I started paying attention to the game. Oh,
Puck needs to be
offside.
first. Offside.
Could have potentially gotten a fight, at least initiated, if that had hit the goalie on the shot, but it did not. And I think my fighting settings might be down right now. So that might have an impact.
He regathered it.
Jeez.
At least he protected his goaltender. Oh, pad stop on the redirect. Pass attempt to Carter. Terrific fake out. Loose puck blocked off by
Man.
Carter.
My guys just don't want to pick up
And a save.
the loose pucks.
The Kings are carrying it
Not
home
really
on the
hitting
boards.
either. Oh, what's going on here?
Shoots one. Save.
Not what I'm looking for out of a one-goal game, despite the fact that I've had
Controls, but is under
about 4
pressure
times
here.
already that I thought I was going to get it.
Gets in and he'll look over his options.
Jeez. None of the buttons working. Forget it. Nope.
Just 6 inches.
A timely
None of the
save.
buttons
That is
working. Had to go
tremendously
for the
tremendous.
desperation bank deflection goal. Did not work.
A little under 8
not
minutes to go
deflection,
here in the second. The Oilers lead 1-0. Edmonton's got it. Routine
That would have
save,
been a
but
potentially
necessary one.
deflection goal. The
Picks it up
when I
back
said
there.
deflection the first time, I meant
And he
a
dumps it in.
rebound goal.
Edmonton's
my
organizing
bad.
back in the defensive zone.
I'm not built for
Skates it into the zone.
commentary of any
May not
type
have been
during a hockey game,
intentional, but he got it
color
anyway.
or otherwise. Oh,
Pucks in play.
oh man, that is always
Terrific
right there for it,
challenge,
huh?
Outstanding save.
Like there's part of me that kind of like wants to like put the controller like right here. It's got to be really annoying to hear that like that, but just so you can definitely hear when I'm hitting the buttons,
Got in the way of that one.
even though I am a button masher, so it's not like I'm not hitting it hard. But yeah, it's a good deflection goal here from the
That's a
defenseman,
solid
huh?
face-off win.
Oh.
Got a piece of that
Oh,
And yet another save. How does he do that?
you know what, Doc? I'd like to know this. It's kind of the same question I got. Don't trip him.
Got that
Okay,
pass in his own end.
it's Silver.
Directing that one to Pacioretty. Gains
Why is he
the
not-
blue line.
It's like it's the fastest guy on either team,
And the pickup. Trying to go to Clifford.
and he got back there for
It's dumped in.
D, which was cool, but then
Up the
almost,
left side to Pacioretty.
there he is, and he goes
Didn't
not where I
miss
wanted to
by
go.
much.
If you don't get the net, you can't score. Give yourself a chance by getting it on the net.
I think I agree with you on that one, Eddie. Assuming that what you're saying there is that technically did not go on net because
Critical
hey,
win of
McKinnon
the
won
draw.
one. Who are we up against there?
Wonderful stop.
That fourth line again?
Slows it to a stop.
It's up against Kopitar. They also have a boost in terms
The
of
Kings with a face-off win.
stamina, energy, etc. Let's just hit him.
Zone to
Oh
zone
shit.
to
Okay,
Kopitar.
good.
The drama heightens in this final minute of the second period.
Whoa,
Great take, dangerous area.
whoa,
Intercepts
whoa!
that pass. Maybe he can generate something.
Come on, Oves!
Perfect wrister. He
Woo!
scores just before the period ends.
What is? I'm so confused right now. They're not going to show like a replay of his celebration, right?
That doesn't lock away the game or anything, but you can go into the locker room and you feel
Oh, they are gonna
pretty
show
good
it.
about
Okay.
yourself,
So-
'cause you can come out to the next period knowing you've just scored.
I mean, I've seen that. The celebrations you can see in other
Oilers have now
other
enlarged their
forms
lead to
of the
2-0.
game.
At the
I've
rate
seen
they're
more
going in
tell.
this game, they might make it three
I
fast.
just I wasn't even paying attention to what line. I don't even know who's out. It doesn't matter. It's like 5 second
The stick can break up
time
a play,
frame.
and it
Well,
just
it'd be
did.
nice if we could
And
not
he
let them
had his
score.
mark.
Thank you.
Well, they
I was just so thrown off by that because I pressed triangle, which on PlayStation is just the button you press to make sure you do a celebration of any type, and generally it's going to be the custom celebration for that player. And I've played plenty of games with Obi, and with this base card that I've got here, and my guy, my Obi, has never done that goal celebration before. And I've played against a ton of people with Obi, and obviously this is a new thing here where you can, oh shit, double shit, and it's a goal. Back to a 1-goal game. Watch that a little bit as I talk, just to see how stupid I was in letting that happen. Because now that I've already got the 2 goals and we're already into the 3rd period, I actually do want to get the win here. But that's about it. That's the stacked line. Oh, thank you very much. Great choice, EA, on the angle that you went with. Yeah. Went to auto cover and just didn't flop onto it quick enough. Yeah, that first shot. Thank you for showing basically the zebra ass as opposed to the action. No, poor choice. Okay, that was offside. But I guess it wasn't if it wasn't called. This game is not like MLB The Show. There's no. Well, you could maybe make a case that sometimes there's like tripping and charging and stuff like that, penalties that have been called that maybe it shouldn't have been, but maybe even some slashing occasionally too. But actually all of them pretty much, because you can get. Ooh, jeez, hold on. You can get some.
Couldn't get his way through.
Nope, thank you.
It's an onside play. Hatchets one. Gathered up again by Yandel. Save with a blocker. Fires in front.
There it is. That's how you do that. That is how you do that. That's my boy Igor with Max and Yans on the assist. Putting it 2 out, 13 minutes to go. That is enjoyable. I will show the replay on that one. I think that was halfway decent. You're not. This is rookie. You know, you're not getting that off. Trying to see who that is there. I don't know. Was that Downey? Should have been a second liner. So I actually don't know who that was.
The Kings win that neutral
277 on the Kings, guys, without me having to pause and go into the opposing team stats.
Edmonton's on the move in the defensive zone.
Whoever that was, in almost every form of the game, absolutely would have stopped that pass from getting there. But did not in that instance, and I'm glad they didn't, because it makes it much easier to win this game. It just looks cool. It's like fun to score, you know? I like offense.
Just under 8 minutes skated here in the 3rd. The Oilers have scored 3 of the 4 goals. To Pearson. Fantastic poke check. The Oilers have it along the side at mid-ice.
Damn it.
Martinez,
I don't understand that at all. Had 2 guys way past where that went to.
Good, solid defensive play with the stick. The Oilers skated up on the side. Stole that pass at a critical end of the ice.
He's gonna get there. Now, granted, that one looked like it was the way they chose to animate where that pass was actually passed.
With a blast.
Wow.
Wonderful save.
It definitely looked like it was way easier for him to get in the lane there and stop it. But nope, it's not what I was going for. Also, not anywhere remotely close to what I was trying to do.
Takes that pass at center, see if we can move something.
What the? Is that a fake?
And he dumps it in.
I think that might have been. I think that might have been a
stick
rookie
from the left
difficulty
wing.
whiff. I'm not saying that the AI is not capable of fakery like that, but that tends to be
Takes it
more
in
of
from the
a
neutral zone.
human
Puts
versus
one
human
on.
type deal.
Good work there.
Oh, he reaches back.
Covers that for a stop. They win the draw. Let's see if it pays off. Missed the net with the shot.
What the hell?
Gathered up by Roy. Great save. Slows it to a stop.
Fuck. Somebody's using an emergency line that absolutely should not be doing so.
Pressure on that draw, and they won it.
I would imagine.
The Kings continue to
Continue
probe
going.
up the wing.
I probably will if I hear it 3 more times. I can pause the game and get that to stop, but I should not have to do that.
Chip down.
That should be getting handled
Now it's directed to Kopitar.
by people that are not me. I'm not the one running the room.
Gives it over to the point. Loud pad save. The Oilers with a neutral zone possession.
Now I'm
along
not
the
even
wing.
in a comfortable position in my chair anymore.
Oh, he
Can't
got
try to
it.
get that
You
shot
couldn't
the way I would
have
like
chosen a
to.
better guy for that shot, or apparently a better guy to stop it. Save. Tries
Why
to
would they
clear.
not let me select him? I should jack
Pressure
him.
now.
Dude, stop, hit,
Collected
stop.
by Eric Carlson.
Seriously. I know
The
who you are.
Oilers
I
have
can say your
control of the puck
name
along
on this
the
live
boards.
broadcast that nobody's watching currently, but
Fires a shot.
can be watched by
Missed on
anybody
the
in the world
shot.
later.
Back on his stick. Shutout positioning by Ovechkin. The Kings on the move through center.
Seriously. Dude, you're lucky that there's 30 seconds left and I'm about to get an empty netter.
The Kings have to take a
Because
chance here. They pull their goalie.
The
Could be
messages that
trouble
I
near
did
the line.
see.
Pitching it to Ovechkin.
Come on, man.
Edmonton's along the wing.
You gotta
at
get an
center
Ovi goal.
ice.
Oh my god.
Taking this is Tyler.
Like the other guys were
Toffoli
open.
from the
Oh shit, are they gonna score?
Kings. Shoots. Saved there. Takes his pass from the goalie.
Come on. Come on. Come on. And this time right now. I'm gonna get super pissed at this fucking person right now.
Chemistry is a major factor when it comes to generating scoring chances. Luckily, the players were able to gel for the best results.
All right. Well, I don't know what the fuck's going on with
So
the
teams
screen that you're
have
watching
left
right
the
now, but I'm
ice
paying
and are
attention to the
getting
thing that was
rested
going off
for
here.
next time. For
Um,
this time, for Eddie and Ray,
As
Mike
I said,
Emmerich saying,
it was
"Good
handled
night."
by people that need to handle it, but apparently it took a bunch of messages to make that happen. Distracted me, missed my empty netter. I don't know why we're watching cutscenes here. So we got, is that right? We only got 11? Okay. Yeah, I guess that's right. So I don't think I'm going to do more than 14 of these potentially. We're an hour into the broadcast, which means that it should be about another hour, maybe hour and a half max before I've got some of the timers off. And I'm going to be paying attention to that, that Draft Champions Milestone progress, because that's part of the point of what we're doing here. But as you see, I don't know why they're showing the complete team building set thing, because that's completely irrelevant. There could have been a chance to show a sixth one that had anything to do with anything that happened in that game. Like we took shots on goal, scored goals, made hits, completed the game, and won a game of Draft Champions. All those things happened in this game. Even though it doesn't show you there the difference between pregame and after the game, which I don't know. Is that a suggestion? There's a bunch of stuff they can work on in the game. Maybe that's not high priority, but maybe something to do. If you go back out into the milestones, typically you can kind of see it from there, or just pay better attention to where you were prior. But yeah, having that team building set in there, one thing in there threw me off a little bit because it just doesn't belong, quite frankly. But the bars can seem to be a little misleading at times, because like even on the complete games milestone. Kind of makes you feel like, okay, you're more than halfway there, or whatever. First off, that's not the end of the. Oh shit! You know what? Like that buzzing from the non PS4 device in the room, where most things were for the most part turned off. Threw me off so much that I totally fucked it up. It's not 14 more wins. You got to get to 40. So it's another 15 after that. So it's 29. Really? I think so. So we could potentially do 29 of these games. You don't get anything much for that. When you get to 25, you get a silver pack. And you reach 40, you get another silver pack, but then you also complete the overall. And that's a gold pack. So we win. We win. 14 and 15. We win 9. So we win 29 more games, of which we've only won 11 so far. 3 as part of this live broadcast series, I guess, although it's been cut off at times. This is the first time we've been trying to do it in successive order, and I don't know, I guess I could potentially try to like pause the broadcast in an hour and next like 70-80 minutes when stuff comes up that I gotta do that is not this in the game, and therefore I need my screen. But otherwise we could just like roll through, just complete all those games. As you saw, this was one game, that's one win. Didn't really take that long. It only took a little bit longer, partially because I got distracted by some things and didn't push through quite as fast. I'm going to answer my own question here, I think, right? They don't show... That is right. Forgot about that. Most of the CPU games, because you're playing the standard teams, they don't show you the cards the way that they would have if this was against we did win more face-offs, huh? Not a milestone category that's kept up. Kobe with the 2 goals takes the should have had 3. Got pickpocketed. So hopefully you're paying attention to the lines. I guess I can very quickly show them again as I pretend to start the second game and then cancel out of it. I don't know why I'm saying what I'm about to do, or I could have just gone to edit lines off of that screen as well. If you do it here, it's fine. So this is what it was, because we're not playing with this team anymore, and we're not going to go back to this draft type for at least another. We're going to play 3 games before getting back to this draft type. So might not get this exact type of lineup again for a minute. Not that these players are not available outside of Spitzer. As I said, Ovi is obviously available in Grizzled Veterans, and I think Line A is actually listed. When he said he was listed, I think he's actually listed on the Snipe Show one, right, as opposed to the Speedster. I don't know. We'll see in a second though. But hey, what's up, man? Have we not had that conversation? I do not. When did you join, by the way? I saw the message pop up. Did you like immediately send the message as soon as you came in? I do not currently play Fortnite, but with one of the like 3 of you that come in here and ask questions occasionally, I did talk about that, and whoever it was that I talked with about it basically convinced me to go back out and like check on the PlayStation Store and like realize that it's a free game, at least on the 100 like random whatever, that's free. So I could do that, and I might do it. I might, but haven't done it yet. Hopefully that answers your question. This is the Draft Champions series. We just finished our first game, so I'm just showing what the teams were, the lines were for that game that we just finished, as we pretend to start the second one, of which we are not actually going to play, and then we're going to jump into another another draft, and so we will end up with likely a very different looking team. And so from my experience, you got to go through this, and you got to at least let the game think that you're starting. I tend to take like at least the first face-off, and then I've definitely stopped after having taken the first face-off and just quit the game, and you at least get the minimum one game win reward, which isn't very much, but you know, like let's say it's like a silver or bronze card. The fact that we're going to be doing this basically 40 times. Well, McKinnon not capable of winning the face-off for us. So we got the reward, and the fact that we can be potentially doing this 40 times. Although, as I was saying, I think before Darth joined us here, I don't think I'm going to get a chance to do that all right now. I think in about an hour or 70 minutes or so from now, I'm going to have to take a break and then restart by picking up some things real quick in the so here's what I was talking about. 14 more wins, we get a silver pack, and then another 15 on top of that. You get another silver pack, but that's the final one in this milestone, and that's where I will definitely be ending this series, at least in this way that I'm doing it. And then all you get out of that is a gold pack for the final completion. But as you saw, I mean, along the way, we get some of these other things knocked out in terms of scoring goals, winning game. Well, nope, there's not a general win games stat, I guess. But complete games, make hits, shots on goal, and score goals. That's pretty much it. Get a chance to rack up on each one of those in these games. But really, the main reason for doing this is to punch through as many different drafts as possible with each of the 4 different types. So that's going to be the focus. We're going to jump into Grizzled Veterans on this one. Oh. Okay. So they replaced. That's interesting. I've not had this happen to me yet in 19. I did have it happen to me. I guess I played like 5 draft champions or whatever in 18. Even though I played that game for like 3 days while waiting for this one released. So they replaced Legends with Young Guns, and so even though I was gonna do Grizzled Veterans, I guess we're gonna do Young Guns. Boser, Barzo, Keller. This could be really bad. This could be really bad. Oh my God. So much bronze to start with. Okay. Okay. The highest rated current player card, outside of a couple of exceptions that are one higher, which would be the competitive seasons players cards that 5 or 10 people are capable of winning, or the 90 overall Halloween Bufflin, which is not as good of a card as this. So let's just check. We just had Line A in the last game, which would mean that if I didn't have McDavid as a choice, I might be tempted to go with either of the other 2 choices. But what the fuck, man? We are obviously going with McDavid, Team of the Week, 89 overall. That is so juice. I understand that like the first one is typically with the one of the 2 that are going to be your best rounds, but damn, man. And McDavid does count as a young gun, so I will agree with that characterization. All right, so we're looking at basically 73s or 74s on either one. The thing is though, like, so we need right more than left right now, it would appear. Otherwise they're basically about the same, so that's fine. And I've not done Young Guns in 19, as I said, Another cool looking card on the team of the week. Nah. So that was what I was trying to not figure out that I didn't know, was like where did Darth left us. Cool. So I'm talking to nobody now. I don't think I have this card, so just for my own purposes, I think I'm going to take this card just to see what it's like to play with it for a game. I'm guessing. I don't think that I have that. And then I might also back out when I do end up taking a pause on this to see if I can remember that he was on the team and whether he's part of week 6 or not. I mean, we gotta wingers are. We gotta be getting some good wingers, right? In this version, I mean, young guys are highly rated wingers. Okay, looks like we need more help there. So that's how I'm going off of it. Slightly differently than how I might normally approach this. There we go. Man, a nut. Cool. Alright. Rowinski is not only part of my team, like part of my collection, but regularly makes it into the squad. Now, interestingly enough, I wouldn't normally know most of, like, a lot of silver rare players anymore, but because of the thing that I'm doing with the AI defensive test, Ryan Krapp was my, I think, my frontline winger in the one of the live broadcasts that I did earlier, quote unquote, today, like whatever that was, 5-6 hours ago. I think that's where that came in, right? I don't know, like I think but then I was gonna say, like, I scored a goal with them, so maybe not. I guess that would have been, yeah, I'm totally off base then. It would have been in the Draft Champions game that I played, where I don't think I was even broadcasting. Does that even make sense? I don't know. It's kind of stupid that I got to go with a 72 overall winger. Don't even have gold across. 6 rounds in. I mean, we do now, but Connor Carrick, it's misleading. It says 86 skate. Not only is I'm pretty sure he's got speedster synergy, but his base speed for a gold common, that's not a high rated gold common. 76. It's a fast card. Fast card. All right, so we're gonna go with the right winger on this one, and I thought I was gonna go with Zach over Nicky, and I did say that at some point I was gonna try to stop always taking the overall highest rated player. But it's like, you look at the stats, he's higher than him in basically everything, except mostly equal in skating with a little bit of a boost, and then he's better at checking. Is that really what I want out of my, for now, right, first line right winger with what is it, 4 more rounds of non-goalies position players to go? At least we're gold across. So 3 more rounds, 2 more rounds of position players. We don't have 2 gold left wingers yet or centers, and the only one of those 2 that we can remedy here right now is taking David Kampf. Not gonna do it. I'm not just doing that because he's highest overall. I actually have his 83 team of the week. Fuck me, god damn it. I gotta play with Ghost, man. I got to. God damn it. If I should have gone with the center, should have gone with Camp. Because now it's like I gotta like prove to myself that I'm either filling in on top line winger or taking the center that I just said I would have taken. Absolutely nothing wrong with Nugent Hopkins, but it's like I don't get a chance to play with Ghost very much. I think it's a bit ridiculous to have all 3 lines gold on defense, especially since the right second line is 74, so technically gold, and then 68, and we're only going to get 1 more round after. Fuck, dude, I can't do that because we're only getting 1 more round of position players after this. So what would I possibly? If I do that, which I like, how do I not take Ghost, man? Shouldn't have taken Lindholm. Should have taken Camp. Then I could have taken Ghost here. I didn't know this was going to happen though. So I'm convincing myself, I guess, to either take Buchnevich for the front line, or to fill in Nugent Hopkins on the second, which is a very steep drop off from 89 overall McDavid, but the final round is usually the second best round. But even though this is a really good round, well, I guess I'm proving that I'm not always taking the highest overall, since I'm passing on an 84, an 82, and an 81 to take an 80. Who also happens to have the lowest skate rating, and tied with the lowest shots rating as a forward. So we're true gold across. No, we're not true gold across the top. We're still missing right winger. You know, honestly, I like Gibson more than Hellbuck, but haven't played with Hellbuck as often. So, fuck you guys, man. What the fuck? Dougie Hamilton, get the hell out of here. Parayko base card. Both of which would be making it so that we'd have our four defensemen true gold 80 up gold rares. Instead, I got to pick between Braden Point or Dylan Larkin for my second centerman. Now McDavid's base card is not great at faceoffs either, and obviously McLeod and Kritzky are not. Even though Kritzky's got he's got good synergies. Just I can't remember now if it's both face-off master and call the shot, and if it's going to make a difference for him, or if it would just be something that would possibly activate for the squad. But either way, it's going to be on my fourth line, so what's the matter really? Ugh, I don't like this at all. I'm supposed to be doing this quickly, so I just move through. I got 40 of these fucking things to do. Okay, I don't remember Braden Point getting an upgrade, whereas Dylan Larkin has. So we'll go with Dylan Larkin's base card to get a feel for that, because I know it's in the collection, but it's an 81, so it's looking like this is not an 80 overall team, even with the 89 in there. Are we even going to get a 79 overall rating? Or is it going to be a 78? 78 it is. Shit team. I mean, it looks good there. That looks good. And again, first week, they give you that. They give you that first week. You had an 89 overall McDavid as opposed to your 80 overall McDavid. Yeah, you would take that in a heartbeat. You'd take a couple other 83s to go with it, even though one of them's a goalie. It's such a shit team. I'm gonna enjoy playing with the McDavid card though. All right, so Buchnevich and Zach, the front line with McDavid and then Larkin and Jaskin and Blendisi. Would have been cool if they were both, all three were ending in kin. I guess first name starting with D as well. And then just pure nonsense from there, which isn't all that. That's I got Kritzky confused with somebody else. Kritzky doesn't have terrible synergies, but I was thinking of a different player. I like the D. It's not I typically, as I said, I'm not paying a ton of attention to the special teams. Gave us Fiddler again. All right, just curious though. Yeah, I was curious. I was curious if they were automatically going to put McDavid as the #1 extra attacker. They at least gave him the second one. I don't know if I would have changed it and put him in there if they didn't. If this was like a real thing, I 100% of the time would have. Got the Kings again. Really? Okay. Doesn't really make for good content, in my opinion. Especially since I think we might only be able to get 2 of these, maybe 3 at best off before I'm going to need to take a quick break before jumping back on. But I guess this will show you the difference between playing the exact same team, the exact same difficulty level and ratings, etc., with a much more stacked overall team.
They know he can establish their style early. The opening face-off.
Just want to make sure I really focused on that to see if that version of McDavid was capable of beating Kopitar's base card on rookie level, because he should be able to. But it's not, it's not like he's going to win all of them. What the fuck? This is not boding well as a good start. Pure wiffle ball in the first shot taken on a perfectly set up, and Jesus. Why would you stay up above, man? That's not the settings that I have on right now. What?
The Kings arrive at center. Takes it in from the neutral zone. Chip to Kopitar. Big point blank.
I don't know what these guys are doing at all.
That was a good challenge.
My AI is acting really weird. It feels like so far.
Nice
all right.
face-off work.
Base Larkin capable of winning the face-off.
Passing one off now to Jaskin. Played on to Blandisi. A tremendous glove save. Covers and stops play. The Oilers get the draw. That puck was obstructed by a screen. He imposed his will. Couldn't get through.
What the hell? Come on.
And still with it. Oh, broke it up. Pass attempt to Larkin. Gains the zone. Great take, dangerous area. Nice work done with the stick there. A great wrist shot. Great save. Pitching it to Blandisi.
Is everything great, Doc? Really? Everything's great about what they're doing here? No, that I do agree with. That was definitely a stolen pass in a critical end of the ice. Wow. Come on, man. Why are you not... Settings are set up that you're supposed to be supposed to be definitely making some sort of offensive move there. You're supposed to just be chilling up in the cut. The fuck is wrong with you?
Slid to Smith.
Oh, Jesus, he's slow. Part of the problem, possibly.
Cuts off the passing
Maybe
lane
he
in
knew
the
that he
defensive
basically would have
zone.
just done that at best. Been slightly ahead and had to whiff because they actually played D on him.
Where they're just bumping the ball back and forth to each other. No attack yet.
Terrific pass through the middle. He's got it on his stick. Takes a shot. Terrific grab with the glove. Hold and whistle.
Man, I got one line on this team, and it doesn't even have a right
A little
winger.
under 7 minutes to go, first period. Still knotted at zeros. The Oilers win it. That puck hit him on the way to the net.
I'm gonna kind of laugh at myself if like
Skates
my
it into the zone.
third line is the one that puts in one goal and we win with that one goal.
Poke checked away. What a
What is
save.
going on here?
The shooter thought he had a chance, but the goaltender robs him. What a stop.
Right on his stick from the left wing. Good save.
Oh, I should have shot that to the left side.
Hangs on for a whistle.
That was a really poor choice. Wow. First versus fourth. How's this going to work out?
LA's got a defensive zone win. Pitching this one to
I
Iafallo.
can't even get over there to
Brings
anything.
it in for an attack. Good place to shoot from.
Is he seriously
Save.
faking me? What the fuck was that?
That puck's loose. Deflected
Okay,
away
we're going to
by
hold
Kopitar.
this one if he shoots again.
He stood in the lane and blocked it.
So we're just going to look to get the puck.
Shoots
To the,
one.
I
He
can't
won
even do that.
puck on a hard shot.
Did you seriously just get taken off the puck
Picked up
by
here. That puck's loose.
a
Mishandled.
Browns player?
Roadblock held. And he dumps it in. Has it in his own end.
That's how you do that. Get me a new line, please. They might have done a line change. I don't know. If you play without the ability to control that, which we're doing here with the NHL 94 controls,
Defensive zone win.
just
Puck is thrown to Buchnevich.
gotta get creative.
Can start the attack going in the zone. Didn't get any of it.
Man, so like the lefties on the right side seem to be having issue with being able to actually get the one-timers off.
Punched away.
Wow. Okay, I thought I had possession of that puck and was bringing it over to the forehand
Brilliant save at the horn.
to take a quick shot,
Period number
and it was
one
wide
has
open.
been completed. Neither team got
Absolutely thought I was going to score there.
some chances, no success.
I think I'm going to do less commentating on the
One period played.
last two
A second
periods.
period is about to begin. What do you think
Kind of starting to lose my voice. Did not have a liquid
Not a lot of shots by
ready to
either
go
team
for this
back in the
broadcast.
first period, but I like the way that they both ended that period. So
Shit.
let's see if that continues here in the second.
It's dumped in. The Oilers have control of the puck in their own end. And he steps across the line. That puck struck him in front.
Oh man, like why are you going so far out of position? Just tripping.
Corrals it yet again. Onside.
What the hell's going on?
Intercepted that one at an important place.
Oh crap. Tried to pass that directly to their goalie.
Good rushing down the ice, and the icing gets canceled. Solid work there by Doughty. Good, solid defensive play with the stick.
Oh,
Can he generate something from there? Good save there.
that was so bad.
Los Angeles in possession, moving it up the wing. And it's all. He was standing in the lane and got some of it.
A little bit of a line change. Who's this coming on here? I didn't see the name.
If you don't hit the net, you can't score. Give yourself a chance by getting it on the net.
Come on.
Mashing it along the boards. Nice steal there by Carrabba. Steps in from the neutral
Oh
zone.
crap.
Shoots one. Wonderful stop. Tried, but it didn't work. Skill play by Carter. The Kings have it along the side at mid-ice. A shot. A marvelous pad stop and a great opportunity.
I think he was about to take a shift change. That might have been my bad.
Save there.
Whoa, what?
Dogged determination there by Smith. Made that work for him in goal. Thrown to the slot. An outstanding save. Trying to go to Larkin.
Shit. Hit him.
Stops the play.
Can't even get hit on.
Good job on the draw. The Oilers wheel one ahead up the wing. Lets it go. Oh, and he robbed him.
What is he doing, man? It's like he's never handled a stick before in his life. There's a puck in front of me. What am I supposed to do with this? Shit.
Collected by Smith. Edmonton's gliding along through the neutral zone. Around to the corner. Has it back deep.
I couldn't even see where the puck is. Having a hard enough time whenever I have to play a as home team
steps across that line.
with a white on white. Come on. Oh, God, that guy, whoever that is, just has no ability to get loose pucks, regardless of the situation. Like, how did he not have that one there? I don't think it's the same guy even, but... Raw! Hold. Fight. Great. Fourth, well, at least we're up against their fourth as well, which is still very much overmatched.
Solid, clean win.
And I win the faceoff.
Takes that right wing pass perfectly.
And I go offside. Oop, oop.
He wiped out the icing with all that speed. Chooses the corner for this. Took that away in his own zone.
It's like they just they set up like right next to the defender and then don't make a fucking move. Like regardless of what I do with the puck.
Back on his stick. In with it now. The cursed goals are the ones in the first minute and the last. Will we see one here?
Shit.
The Kings
Little whiff.
skated up on the top.
Whoa.
Muscled right off.
Whoa.
Goes to the backhand.
Huh.
2 periods are in the books here. And the books could very well have some perspiration stains on it by now because these teams have worked pretty hard. But still, a third period is ahead. Looking at the shots on goal through 2 periods here, 11 for Edmonton and 9 for Los Angeles. Period number 3 is underway. If you just looked at the twice, no, it's the same as we started with. Nothing.
Oh my God. And that is best player in my team, best player in the game.
Lets it go. That's a great
Unable
save. I was
to.
watching for sticks to go up. No celebration this time. Wrist shot. Off his mask.
That puck hit him in the mask.
Covers for a face-off.
I'm losing my first line, I'm sure. Nope, still out there. Which means I'm gonna lose him for the rest of the game, probably. What the fuck, man?
The Kings with a face-off
And losing
win.
face-off, okay.
Right
Oops.
winged to Toffoli. Moved along and in. Flings it. Puck ricocheted off the screen.
Oh my God.
The Oilers are skating it up at neutral ice. Got it at the point. On to Jaskin. What a save. I was looking for the light to come on. Ristolainen's. It's a fight, and it's a guy who's not expected to do this, who's doing it.
Sit the fuck down, kid.
And the fight ends with one resounding punch.
You don't see too many fights end on that note.
You can't take me. You can't take me. Why are you even trying, kid?
I don't know that the building's been louder than it is right now.
Please show me a fucked up face. But not his, clearly. No? Really? Alright. Disappointing. Had the mask off for almost the entire thing. Took almost nothing but huge headshots.
Beat him on that one. Shot deflected.
You guys aren't going to let us have blood from hits like back in 94?
Lugged that along up the wing.
Can at least... Oh!
In deep trying to score.
Jeez.
Wonderful save. It didn't look like he had a thing to shoot at.
Now that's a timely save. A beautiful one.
Smart recovery by Muzzin. The Kings are at the wing in neutral ice. He's got that point pass. May not have been intentional, but he got it anyway. Leads that charge into the zone. Shoots. Got the iron with the shot. Magnificent save.
Oh my god. I was literally pressing triangle already.
Los Angeles
So I'd get whatever. I couldn't even tell who the player was or whatever. Felt like it was a high level players. Well, I don't know. I wanted to see what that celebration was going to be, and
to McDavid.
oh, I had it. I definitely had it. It was there. Tried it again. Did the same thing. Had it again. And really good D. Backhand? Okay, or wait for me to hit the button and then shoot from the forehand on the side opposite of where I wanted you to shoot from.
Gains the zone and looks over his options.
Please don't score.
Lets a shot go. Oh, and it's off the mark. Intercepts
Fuck was that?
on the attack.
Shit. Oh, good. Thank you.
Gathered up
Where am I? I can't see my... Oh, shit. Okay.
Each team has tried to force their will onto the game at various points tonight, but there is no spread in the game. Two evenly matched teams.
Why?
playing
Oh, I was
tight
making a
game.
line change? That's interesting.
Edmonton's looking to head man up the wing. Some contact there, and the puck is loose. Could be trouble near the line. Takes that pass. Shoots one. Lots of pressure right now. They've got to break that. Los Angeles gates upwards along the side. Laid on to Kopitar. Puts one on. Sticked away. Now it's directed to McDavid.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, good. They are realizing that was a missed pass.
Wonderful play by the defense.
How do I not... Oh my god.
Los Angeles in their own end with possession. Is able to move on in. And thrown down to Carter. Nearing the final minute of regulation.
Whoa.
Has it picked up. That puck is loose. A good defensive play. Pitch back into the
Not at all who I
offensive zone.
selected. Would have gotten there in time if you got me the right guy.
Los Angeles
I'd love to know who it was that you actually gave me. I couldn't even see the marker on the screen.
Crosses that line.
So we're going to give them a decent rush here.
Swept
30 to go.
off to Downey.
Scoreless game.
He throws it there. Got that in the trapper. Stays right there. This next face-off is the largest one this game has seen. You couldn't have a bigger face-off win than that one. Moving it to Blandisi. Carries it on in from center.
Shit.
He's
I mean, I should have anticipated, I guess.
and he dumps it in.
Pressure coming. That was really poor.
It has taken this long, and it will take longer.
Kind of fucks up the whole trying to get through these as quick as possible, but having played 3 periods, I want to make sure I at least get the win for the stat. It would be at this point that I would like to know who my Yeah, you can't. Alright. Hope they're giving me somebody good. This could definitely be a very quick ending here.
You like overtime, or do you like shootouts? You might get your wish on one. You definitely do on the other because we're
I was just trying to see the name of the player on defense.
Just a bit under 5
Can't
minutes
fucking
still
see.
to be played here in overtime.
50 something
Our
is
first
the
goal of the
number.
night will be our winner, if we get one at all. Skilled play by Dowdy.
Oh, come on. I hit. God damn it.
Through the neutral
They
zone.
win. Good game.
That one is pointed to him. Save.
What the fuck, man? Go. God damn it.
Slid to Kopitar.
Okay, good thing he wasn't capable of shooting properly either.
Banked right ahead.
Sometimes the best play is right in front of the net. He took a quick look, read the seam, and then bounced it off
What are
the
you
boards
doing,
to his
dude?
partner so they can get out of the zone much more safe.
Oh my
Wonderful
god.
save. He was hovering right over it.
Equal to the challenge. Nice stop.
He gains the
He didn't do
zone.
anything, man. It went right. Okay,
What
shit.
a move on that one with the stick.
How is that a pass to the guy on the left side? Okay, apparently I'm going to get there
Terrific
first.
charging down the ice. He won the race. Play continues. Shoots and a save.
Why? Oh, he doesn't have it?
Up again by Muzzin.
Why would you ever shoot at the middle? I absolutely did not shoot it there with my aim.
Perfect receipt of the pass. Propelled to Carter.
Shit.
Terrific determination by Muzzin. Save. Gets a little drop off from the
What the fuck
goal
is that,
here.
dude? It's not even close to what I... Oh my god.
Final minute of play of overtime. Who's the hero? Passing one off now to Ristolainen.
Last minute of play.
The linesman's arms came out. That all brought about by Yaskin. Fires. That one's deflected. The Kings have it at center ice. A shot. A wonderful shot answered quickly.
You want to score goals, you have to go to this area.
Oh shit. This is not a lineup that I want.
Big face-off win here. Let's see what happens. Turned aside off the pad.
Just gonna hold it.
Slows it to
So
a
you can get
stop.
lucky. You know, it didn't take up any time. Now watch them put my fourth line. There's no fourth line in overtime. So it's third line against first line again.
They win the draw. Let's see if it pays off. That's a marvelous save.
Wow, these guys are super fucking slow.
Perfectly on his
And then
stick
I
in that
get
pass
give
from
them
the
an odd man
right.
rush because I'm a moron. And they don't.
With a shot.
Take
Use
advantage.
that big goalie stick well.
They got a good shot off, technically, compared to the crap that I've been
Edmonton's
doing.
in their own end, lugging it along.
What the fuck, man? Okay, I'm gonna go to a shootout. Gonna have to remember my top guys. That one right there. How do you miss that?
Game close. Back with more in
Connor.
just a moment.
Mickey D. I understand it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but you know, backhand and
Plenty of action in
whatever
this
else.
one, and now the ice is cleared for a shootout. Someone has to go first. This is the dot. Save! Here is the first answer in the shootout.
Okay, so this is Buchnevich. Nope. Got full through the fingers.
Strong save.
Not really, it's just a really poor attempt. Just trying to see who they were going to put out there first. Put the controller down while they go, I guess. My fingers break. Protected breaking my left thumb here. Oh, crap. Good.
Check there.
Way to not put that where you needed to after a good start.
to turn the screws in this game.
Ah, you fucking piece of shit. It's not what I pressed at all. I mean, technically you did kind of almost shoot to the side that I wanted. But you didn't speed first at all. God damn it, it's Colby. Done. He wins. Not a good finish, bud. Getting a little fancy for rookie, I guess.
It only weighs 5 ounces, but it is the game on his stick right here. What a save!
I know it looks like I just tried to do the exact same thing 3 times in a row. Which isn't far from the truth, but based on things not working the way they were, I did what I did, which was not exactly the same. But now into the 4th round, desperately needing a win, and having gone through the 2 good players in the team so far.
Goalies have control too. A save. We continue.
Shit.
That was magnificent.
I got the square button. Oops. Got wet.
A goal.
I feel like I should probably try to explain that, but thank you, post.
If this one goes in, the coach looks brilliant.
Interesting, the 5th round is the first right-hander that we've had. And I don't know what it is, man. I mean, I guess sometimes I get to the 5th round. Maybe the third team's goalie just kind of gets tired on rookie level at that point.
The coaching staff need to test out different combinations and strategies within their roster. They found a strategy that worked for them, executed on their game plan, and
I very rarely ever go past the 5th. And I also very rarely ever win in the 4th. I think I've lost all 3 of those versions, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. More oftentimes than not, if I'm gonna get, it's so close. I mean, I guess he basically put it where I was going. So again, this is what I was saying at the end of the last game. Even though we didn't have a ton of those increasing, just seems like there's a lot, like the shots on goal. It just seems like we're a lot closer to 37-50 than we really are. And then even on the scored goals, we didn't technically have any, but I think they're for the shootout. Which, now that I think about that, should I be trying to pad that stat when I get to shootouts in situations where wins are not important, by prolonging the shootout as much as possible and getting as many goals as I can in ways that tie it, which really only works, I guess, if you go second. I don't know. Good thing this has been broadcast. I can go back and look to see if that scores goals number was 694 before this game or not. Anyway, we are done. I'm not even going to show the lines again on this one. Showed them started the game. You saw them play. They're fucking terrible. The Connor McDavid Team of the Week card was fun. Enjoyed having it. Was a little pissed at his lack of performance, in my opinion. But considering he was the whole fucking team, it's tough to win games like that, you know what I mean? Would have gotten the Lightning in this one. Would have gotten destroyed. I see no possibility of second tier, like, even if it was like, I guess maybe semi-pro, slightly boosted Lightning squad versus this team, in my hands at least. Not a fucking chance in hell. Let's see if we can win the player that we chose not to take in the face-off. I wanted to get a shot on goal too, but tough to do from there, I guess. Also, if you quit the game, I don't know if they give you the stats. No, I guess not. Oh wait, what? They counted that as a. I might need to click on that in the future. Looks like they said they counted that as a 3-0 loss. Yeah, 10 minutes in the countdown. So we're gonna go ahead and end the broadcast at this point. This is where we are at in the set. 12 out of 25 on the first one. Another 15 to go after that. For not a lot, overall it's 2 silver packs and a gold pack. But that should prove to you, anybody that's watching any of these, that that's not really the point or why we're doing these. It's not for the sweet dos silver, uno gold. I suppose I also could have said the words gold and silver in Spanish as well. But yeah, I'm not doing it for those packs. And unfortunately, in this version of the game versus the other main types of extended gameplay broadcasts that I'm doing right now, with that, as you can see right there, the overall 65 rated team, which does not qualify as my new format of only untradeable cards. There's tradable cards in there for sure. It's my lowest overall rated team that is available in the collection that hasn't been shipped out for sets or whatever else I would do with them. So it's a 65 overall team. It's basically crap. Didn't show it during this 110 minutes, but sorry, 105 minutes. Correcting myself on math, I'm totally fucking self up, but that team is really being done just for AI defense tuning, testing purposes. And as I mentioned in previous broadcasts, I think I'm probably going to make an adjustment to that a little bit, because I think it's definitely been proven at this point that a human team playing against essentially 4 defensive AI players and no offense at all, and nothing but covering the puck from the goalies, no passing out, no trying to take advantage of any breakaways or odd man rushes that can be had from overly aggressive, particularly from like a defender coming up too much from the opposing squad. That sort of stuff, none of that is happening, right? It's basically just 4 AI defenders. And the players that I played against so far, small sample size, yes, but seems like they've been able to prove that with the tuner adjustment, they're more than capable of winning the game handily. Those that have actually played full games, or the better part of the full games, have pretty much been able to always get at least six goals, about an average of two per period. It's a pretty easy win, in my opinion. I don't think that it proves that the AI defense is not OP anymore, because you just saw me trying to play against a strictly computer team in two games with 2 different teams, one considerably better from an overall perspective, and one with the top player being better overall, and it was and against the exact same team as the Kings, in both on the same level, tier 1, same ratings for the Kings. There can be some ring to that, some randomization in terms of their play. I don't think the settings are set up, on my end at least, for it to be adaptive, and also because it wasn't successive, it was a game and then quit and then a game on the same level again. There shouldn't really have been too much of adaptation from the AI of like, oh hey, okay, we're playing the same player, the same team, same tendencies that the human has, because I did for the most part, because I don't think you really need to be all that creative in the first tier of Draft Champions games. Even though I did essentially get my ass kicked in the second game, still pulled out the W. So that's one in the books, with 28 to go for this milestone series, and that's better than not getting that, having the loss, and having 29 still left to go, especially having taken that time and being part of a almost 2-hour long live broadcast. But still got the win, 5th round of the shootout. And I think that it kind of showed, the difference in terms of how much of an effect that now tuned AI defense. I guess I can click out of this screen, just go to the gotta hold it down as opposed to taking a screenshot. We'll just end on this screen here, but and hope that doesn't become the thumbnail, because there's a lot of decent quality video for 2 hours, and then now not. But yeah, it seemed to me like my opinion would be that as the human component to that, the rating of and abilities of my team in a test that was basically the exact same opponent in both, again, possibly having some ring in it, etc., yada yada yada, but all else being equal, and assuming that generally speaking they should have been about equal in terms of their opposition to me, particularly on the defense side of the puck, just absolutely shut me down in that second game. And I don't remember when I think I might have played like one other game, and probably a shorter game prior to the first one in this broadcast, like quote unquote today, like in the previous, like in the last like 12 hours, including these two. So I guess including the 10 hours previous to that. And so what tends to happen for me, even basically playing every day since the game came out, and starting at 0 in that first day, and getting screwed out of the ability to go through the training videos, which was a topic that I did cover in one of the live broadcasts, and I couldn't fucking tell you which one, because it's whatever. And finally learned that I do have the ability actually to go back and manually put myself into the training videos and training sessions, I guess you'd say. But I don't get any of the objective rewards, whatever they might have been. I don't get any of them from doing that for whatever reason. I don't know if that was the case for everybody that had a previous version of the game or something. That's all I can figure. In which case, I still think it's kind of fucked up to do that. But anyway, that's a completely different aside. Point was, my sense was that that second game was much tougher, and that when I play games in a row, especially if they're the same type of game, as opposed to like if I was playing like a bunch of drop-in threes, which is very arcadey. You're sometimes playing against mascots and other crazy shit. Sometimes your goals are worth 3 points instead of just 1. Sometimes they're worth 3 and they knock off 2 from the other team's score. So you could be like down 2-0 in a best of 3 where you got to win by 2 and you score 1 goal and you win the game. Obviously that's kind of extreme, but that is actually possible in that format. So yeah, if you're playing that format and then you jump into like even this format, like the Draft Champions or any kind of form of HUT, it can be a thing where whatever. It's not like, okay, you know, what was not necessarily just learned, but like the process of having just completed a game and kind of going through like sort of like the muscle memory of you know, buttons that you're basically mashing in my case, based on what's coming at you and how you're trying to react to it, respond to it, can be improved from one to the next as they go successfully like that, in my opinion. So just in that sense, I'm just saying the second game, if my team was equal, I was playing the exact same Kings team again, I feel as though it should have been an easier win the second time around. And the first time we scored 3, I think they scored 1 against us. I think that was the one where we let up a goal, right? And yet, like Ovi missed an empty netter at the end of it or whatever. So like I think we scored 3 and he had 2, and yet he should have had 3 and we should have had 4, even if they did have the 1. So either way, like that was a pretty easy win. And the next game was a tough win and one that we didn't frankly deserve, based on however anyways that you want to consider whether something should have been won or lost. Anyway, we're gonna end this now because I got other stuff I gotta do in the game right now, and I also want to take a little bit of a break. And I'll jump back in, and I also just don't want this this screen that you can see right now that is different from what I'm seeing on my end, to be the thumbnail, in case anybody does see this on the channel and have an interest in checking it out, even though the description got fucked because they fucked me again when I tried to start the broadcast for the first time. I just restarted it without getting a chance to change anything other than the title. So it is what it is. Peace out, guys. Talk to you soon.